everybody, and welcome to video 13 in our Grunge Art series. Now, this is my design team project for LineDotArrow for January of 2024, and it's also a challenge event. And what that means is there's 5 Facebook groups that are all having their own events for each week, 1 through 4. The first 3 weeks you'll get freebies from the LineDotArrow Junk Journal group, and then on week 4, that's the week for you to catch up and complete your projects and get them posted in the groups and things like that. To get entered into the drawings, you need to post your pictures of projects that you made, including the challenges, on the 5 Facebook groups, any 1, 2, 3, 4, or all 5. You don't have to post in all 5, but it gives you a better chance, that's for sure. And the groups are LineDotArrow Junk Journal Group, Haystack's Crafty Corner, Two Sisters Jam, Sweet Pea Papers, and Junk Journal Tutorials, and more. And those are all Facebook groups. So, to get an entry, you post your image or video in any or all of the groups. You mention whether you use the freebies only, or the freebies in some of these papers from the 5 kits, or just the papers from the kits. Now, if you've used the freebies, then you get 1 entry into the drawing for each site or each group that you've posted your picture or video in. And if you have used the freebies plus some of the papers, or some of the papers only, then you get 2 entries into the drawing for each post that you make. Okay, make sure to use the hashtag GrungeArt. And if you're in Sweet Pea Papers, well, it doesn't matter. By the time you see this, it'll be over. Okay, so these are the kits, and I used some papers from each kit, and I actually had to print out some more because I did the black and white. So you've got 30 pages of the background papers, and that's in black and white, sepia, and color. You have the ephemera pack, and I printed this out in black and white. You have the backing papers, which is 30 pages. These are different from these background pages. These just both happen to say background. And black and white, sepia, and color. You have the Junk Journal collage pages. There's 22 pages to that. I printed this out in black and white. And then you also have the Grunge Journal Kit, which is journal pages, backing pages, and ephemera, and I also printed that out in black and white. Okay, so we've done 12 videos, so you probably knew that whole spiel anyway, but some people come in at the end and then go, oh, hey, I need to go back to video 1 on this. So originally we were going to do another page. Let me show you the one we just did. I finished it up. And so we have this in the cover, and then this, and then we had forgotten to put a paper here. So I added a paper there. I stamped on this little triangle part in white, which didn't quite come out as white as I wanted, but that's okay. I added a little card in here, and I went ahead and made it 3 by 3. If you make it 2 by 2, it won't stick out, but I kind of liked that it continued the line down. More glue. And then this card here from some scraps, and it's stamped on the back. And then the magnet holds this shut. And then I added a card to our up tuck, and it is stenciled. Then I added a card and a side tuck in acetate. I don't know why I was thinking Got to be careful not to cover him because now we don't have to cover him, and it's stenciled on the back as well. And then I just glued it to the front cover page, and then we've got a second one that's the same size. I've got the paper set aside for page 9 if we get a chance to get to it, but I'm not sure that we will. And then I'm just going to have to finish off all those other pages by myself, and then you'll see them in the flip through. That's okay. We did 2 whole sections and 1 fancy page in our video series. Now, on here, each one of these is going to use a little bit more than half of the page, so I had to print out 2 to use this for the front and this for the back. And then this is going to be our center cover, this side right here, and it's going to, oh no, this side over here. I want to use the side with the trunk. So that's going to be this side over here. And then this is going to be our spines on the outside. I decided on the inside not to cover the spines. I liked the black and white complete on the inside. And it depends. When I put the covers on, I may like that and keep the black spines on the outside as well. So we'll do the spines last. Okay, so let's do the front cover. And you'll notice we haven't glued anything in on the inside yet. And that's so we can lay the cover flat to cover it. I've labeled them. This is the cover. This is the back cover, and this is the center cover, and I've labeled the tops because remember we had to turn the cover upside down to make it come out, you know, the way we wanted. So this is going to be our front cover. Now, I printed this out fit to page so that it would be a little bit bigger, so I did lose a little bit on the edges, but we're using this side of the page, and losing a little bit on the edge on this one didn't make any difference at all. It's a little tall for the book, so we'll have to trim it down a little bit, and then we'll have to trim the width, or mark the width and trim that off. So let's go like this. Let's do it from the top because I didn't mark it up enough. It's okay. And then this is just chalk, so I can erase it. Okay. So now we want from here over to here. That's going to be a little more than half of the page. As you can see here, it's about a ½ an inch more than the page. Actually, a little bit more than ½ an inch. Let me cut that little bit off the bottom. Trying to fix it because I cut it a little teeny bit crooked. Looks a little wide. Yeah. We may have to do it one more time, but I'd rather have to do that than, nope, I think that's going to be fine. Let's ink it up. Now, I'd like to write down here, Grunge Your Art. So I'm not going to glue this on yet, just in case. I'm going to do it in pencil, because I want to kind of scribble it. So I want to make sure that I get it the way I want it. Well, let's see about it in pencil. So I want to make sure I can make it fit. Forgot how to make a capital N there for a minute. Yeah, see, it's getting smaller. And still didn't put that farther away. So this is what I've got. And I don't know. That might be all right. Okay, I'll finish that. I just wanted to show you how I was going to do it. So this is going to be the front cover when I get done with it. And glue it on. If it all looks all right, if I don't mess up the... I don't mess this part up. Okay. So now we're going to do the back cover. This is our front cover. And then this one, you want to do the side with the key. Okay. Cut that 1/4 of an inch off the bottom. So even though it's the same page, the back we're going to use the other part, and then maybe it will look like the picture wraps around. Okay. Yeah, the cover's a little crooked. See if we can tip that a little bit. No matter what I do, it's short. Let me put you on pause and print out another one. I went ahead and cut another one out. I inked it, and yeah, so now all we have to do is glue it on. I decided on the cover, I'm going to take this picture. I've got so many of them. I'm going to take this picture of this woman where it's right here, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to ink it, and I'm going to glue it back over the top of the one that's on there. And I think that'll give it some more dimension. So I'm going to do that. I was going to do, well, I could do this one with the key on the back. I could. I don't have to do the actual key. All I have to do is the square around it like the other one. So let's paper clip those together for that. Okay. So, yeah. Goodness gracious. You don't want to know how many of this cover I've printed out. I had to print out 2 to get the front and the back. Then I had to print the center one out, or another one out, because the back didn't fit. Then I think I had printed one out for working on the inside, because I have 8 pages to do on the inside that you guys aren't going to see me do. But nothing else to be done. I wanted to make sure you saw the cover. I've got some ideas for a couple of pages that you've not seen before, but when you see them, you'll probably know how I did them. Okay, so let's do this back one, which is in the center. Make sure we have it right side up. Still move it over just a little bit if we've got enough glue on here to do it. Okay. Now let's do the back cover. Or, I mean, that's the back cover. Let's do the center cover. Same thing, we're going to end up cutting it past the center. Now this was supposed to be a page, so going to have that little line there. Okay, so let's cut this off. Trying to think what I could cut out on this page. I think I could cut out this trunk across here. I don't think I have another one printed. Good grief, now I have to print another one of these. How is that? The cover is crooked. Having a bit of a tough time. But now I've got an extra one of these, so I can do the same thing with the trunk. I'll cut it out and ink it. I think that'll be kind of fun. Cutting them out, I mean. And I like the fact that this has this thread through here. I like that feature. And then I'll finish the front cover. And then let's look and see if we want to do spines or not. The covers are so close to the edges. Not sure I want to add the gray spines. Kind of like the black and white. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, I don't think I want to put the gray in the middle. I think I want to keep the black. We'll just erase it up and clean it up. But see, I think I want to keep the black instead of adding the gray. I don't know though. The gray would cover the seams, wouldn't it? Let's cut one and lay it on there and see what we think. I forgot I had to use it this way. let's see what it looks like. Oh, that doesn't look bad. We'll ink it and we'll put it on there. Then we'll have something to cover the seams. So I guess we better do it. Okay. Look, I got one on the first try. See, you guys made me snort laugh. That's not fair. I had to roll my sleeves so far up, my hands are freezing. And then you'll see the cover on the flip through. You saw me draw it on there. So yeah, I like that. Okay. Now this one's going to be wider. Oh, they're playing that 1877 Cars for Kids. You know, I have a 1999 Ford Escort, so my car's 25 years old this year. And I only have 38,000 miles on it. And this year, I put 138 miles on my car all year. The whole year, not every month. The whole year. 113, 118, 113, something like that. Less than 120. But more than 112. Can't believe I forgot. Google told me so. Google tracks my phone. Isn't that nice? It can show me where I've driven every single day all year. Which, you know, isn't bad. I think it's kind of fun. You don't have to turn it on your phone. It's not automatic, I don't think. Let's double check this. then all we'll have to do is I'll ink up the front cover. Then I'll put those two pieces on. 3 pieces on. And then the cover will be done. And then the inside, all we have to do is glue those pieces in. And I'm not going to do that till I get the cover done. So we're not going to do it in this video. But all you do is glue the back of each piece liberally with liberal arts. Liberally with glue. And glue them in. Now they might be a little bit rounded, so you're going to have to hold them down pretty good to get them glued. If they end up being a little bit rounded, no matter what you do, that's still okay. Let's see. I think I want that. Yeah, I did the darker on the top on that one. Okay. Then the front cover is going to go here. It's going to be a pretty cool cover. Then we're going to cut out the piece here. I'm going to cut out the piece here and glue it on top. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this image here. Okay? All right. So we're just going to do the cover in this video. We're not going to do anything else. So this is it for this series, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm sorry that I didn't get that last section in, but you've got the idea now, and you can put in whatever page you want. You just have to scale it to the size of the flip-flop, you know, of the page. We did the bases on all 3. We got 2 of the 3 completed, and we got the cover done, and I think that's about as much as we could ask for in this shortened version of this book. Next time I'll just make a regular book and put the 2 bigger pieces inside, and then it'll be a little bit easier to get the videos done. Okay? Alright, well that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the flip through, and that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.